Hi everyone, it's the 5th of May and we're here again in Carlow in a beet field. This field was sowed about 5 weeks ago, and in the last week there's a really nice green flush of weeds after coming up. You can see the green haze across the field. This year we're at the loss of one of our key active ingredients, Desmedifam, and Desmedifam was in one of our backbone products in beet, which was Beetanol Max Pro. So all of the beet recommendations this year are based on single products or single active ingredients. So there's more products to add to the tank this year, making it a little bit more complicated. With that being said, we need to be very conscious of keeping the recommended rates to what is recommended, not throwing in a little bit more or a little bit less. Having clean field of beet, weed free, and having crop damage is a very fine line. But for this particular field, what we recommend today is 30 grams of Debut, 0.3 litres per hectare of Beetanol Flow, 0.4 litres per hectare of Venzar, 90 mils of Nortron, and 0.5 litres per hectare of Mondello, with 0.5 litres per hectare of Super Rapise. This field will probably get that in a split dose, 50% followed by 50% 5 days later. That will allow to be a little bit kinder to the crop. The weather has been quite unfavourable for beet for the last week or so, and weather conditions, beet stress, mixed with that with beet herbicides, and the beet crop would be at risk of severe crop damage. So if frost is given and weather is very cold or the beet is under a lot of stress, it's best just probably leave it for a couple of days till it has more favourable weather conditions, and we can always catch up then with varying the actual weed spray to match that. Because we are probably delaying weed sprays a little bit this year, more so than what we would normally like, it would be ideal to come back in, view the crop in 7 to 10 days with an idea of spraying in 10 to 14 days and keeping that interval between the first spray and the second spray quite short. If you have Conviso beet, we would recommend applying 0.5 litres per hectare of Mondello as a foundation spray, and this will capture some of the weeds that Conviso 1 do not control, such as speedwells. And then come back in with the correct Conviso 1 timing, which is when the weeds are at cotyledon to first pair of true leaves, and apply 0.5 litres per hectare of Conviso 1 spray. And then following the reed flush again, come back in 10 to 14 days, assess the crop and possibly apply 0.5 litres per hectare of Conviso 1 spray again. There are numerous recommendations for beet spray programs, and this year, more so than other years, it's important just to get the recommendation to match the site and also the weeds in the field. So it's important to speak to your agronomist or contact somebody in the Terrycam team for a unique recommendation.